What's up guys, Nekrews 51 today. We are back with a brand new video, and as you can see we are here for our second video on F1 2019 today. And you guys have been wanting a video like this for a very long time, and I feel like it's time I'm going to give it to you. So yeah, today I'm going to be showing you realistic camera settings for F1 2019. So if any of you guys want to know any realistic camera settings, and if you want to drive in the real life camera settings, this is the closest you can get to them. So obviously they're not going to be spotting for some of them, because obviously that's the way the game goes. So we'll get right to it here, and this is the Mercedes one that I've done earlier today. And if you compare that to the real life one I bought as in China 2019, as you can see it is very close to the actual thing. My one's just a bit more further on, but obviously I can't do it to perfection because obviously the camera settings have a limit to the amount of angles you can go or so like that. So obviously some may not be spot on, and I can't help that unfortunately. So here is the second one we have, and this is the side view with the Mercedes. You see this one quite often actually, now and again. And this is the one here with on board with Lewis Hamilton in Australia. We've seen it used at quite a few Grand Prix as well. And here are the camera settings for this one. You have to use the TV pod for this one if you guys are wondering, as you can see on the screen as well as I'm demonstrating. But yeah, quite a good one as well. You don't need to race with it, but you know, some people want to be proper realistic like real life. And now we're going to move on to the Scuderia Ferrari. Got to say, it's a lovely car, this one as well. I really like the design of this one. Here is my version, the best I could possibly get to the picture here with Charles Leclerc. I could see the lights as well in this game as well is definitely so much better. Sorry to just say that, but I just had to feel like saying that. But yeah, offset again for this one, and here just the camera settings for that. Angles full just as normal as any other one as well. A few ones are actually harder than the others, like such as the Red Bull, which I'm going to show you in a minute now. And as you can see, it is much harder because you know you can see it's just a little bit more. Like, normally it'd be more down with the angle, but unfortunately I can't go further than that on the game, because like you can see we're just a little bit off on the Red Bull there, but that is as best you can get to the Red Bull without any mods. So obviously this is without no mods as well, because you know most of our recreations go with mods and the cameras and all that. So you know, this is just me showing the people who don't have mods on a PC they try to get the real life camera settings. So we've got a second version for the Red Bull as well. This one was used in Australia, I don't think I've seen it ever since, but yeah, it's similar to the Mercedes one we see most of the season as well. And there are the settings for that as well, very similar to the Mercedes, but with a few of the stuff changed as well. But yeah, another good camera as well to use in game if you really fancy doing it. Next up is the McLaren Renault here. Now this one was actually a little bit harder than you think, because obviously we don't have the day one patch yet, and obviously this could change with the helmets, because obviously the helmets seem a bit more bigger and forward as they normally do for day one patch. And not gonna lie, I was actually quite close with this one, but it was just Sainz's helmet in the game that kind of ruined it a little bit, you know, just a little bit more forward. But I don't know when the day one patch comes it'll change, because sometimes the helmets are bigger before there's a patch for the official game or so. Well, that's how it's been the last couple of years as far as I'm aware. But yeah, that was a bit more difficult, that one, but you know, we got there in the end. And now we're moving on to the Renault. This one is probably say is the hardest one to get, because if you look here, we've got the R for the Renault, which is just underneath the halo. And if you take a look at the real life one, there's no R there, and obviously I tried to go back and the angle and all that, and it just, that's the maximum I can go. But that's as close as you can get for having that camera there for the Renault. So there's all the settings as well. But you know, it's a shame for a few of the cameras being like that, because obviously I'd like them to have the angle a bit more further down or so. But yeah, that's just how the game works, I suppose. And now we're moving on to the racing point. I was going to call it Force India there, but don't worry guys, I called it by its right name. Now this one I had to say is probably one of the best ones that I got closest to. So this was the first one that was done with Sergio Perez. As you can see, we were very close with this one here, because this one was from China. And I have to say, obviously, I definitely see some cars are actually have better cameras than others, because I don't know, some cars seem a bit smaller, some have bigger halos or so, maybe the car's a bit different, helmet's a bit bigger, which makes it a bit closer as well. Now this one I'd say I'm really close with, because this is the second version, which is with the no helmet. And as you can see the real life shot here with Lance Stroll, it's very close that we have here. So this one's probably one of the best ones I've done so far. I think the best one's a Toro Rosso actually. I think that's the closest we'll get, but you'll see that later on in the video. So there's the settings for the Racing Point car there. Yeah, not too difficult for the racing point. Obviously a few other cars were much difficult. Now the Alfa Romeo was actually quite good as well. Another car that really suited this year's cameras on just the normal game without the mods. As you can see here, we've got the version that I've done here, which I'd probably say as close as you can get as well, because like we look at that, it's really close to the real life one there as well. But you know, I couldn't go any further back on the angle, so there's the settings for the Alfa Romeo as well. So also, when you're watching this video, if I'm going too fast with this, make sure to pause the video and take a screenshot or something if you're interested, and then you can just take a screenshot of that and then have a look for yourself, then do it off there. But next up is the Toro Rosso. Now this is the one I said I was the closest with. I don't think much with the first one. This is one from Bahrain that I've done with Alex Albon as well. So if you can have a look at the real life photo here, obviously just a little bit off, obviously I can't go any further because of the settings, but the next one that I'm about to show you after you've seen all these settings is basically the perfect one that I've done out of all of these, the most spot on one, and probably just, you know, kind of getting closer as well. Obviously you can't get any closer to the other ones as well, but as you can see with this one, this is Daniel Kvyat's normal on board here. This is from Canada, just a little bit with the helmet shown at the front with the halo going over the chassis. And if you have a look at the real life one, I have to say that is definitely the best one you could manage to do on this game, and I'd have to say it's the most realistic one of all the cars that I've done so far. But there's the settings as well. These will be the most important settings if you wanted to get the closest to real life. This is the most realistic camera setting that I've done yet. Now we move on to the Haas. Now this one was a bit different as well. I'd say that we're quite close. As you can see, this is one from China, and I have to say, obviously there's a few cars that do suit the camera settings better than some of the other ones, like the Haas here, just a little bit off, well, unfortunately, but you know, I tried to get the halo just at the exact right amount where it's going over the chassis, and obviously the helmet's just a bit big as well, so we can't help that, unfortunately, but that's how it is, I suppose, guys. But yeah, so now we move on to the last one, which is the Williams. This one I have to say I was very close with as well, because I can see here's the onboard in China from Robert Kubica, and now if you take a look at the real life photo here, you can see that we're very close with that one as well. And then obviously it's just a few cars, as I said, have suited them better than before, and I have to say this one really suits it as well. So I'd say in order, in the top 3 it would have to be probably Toro Rosso, Williams and Haas or so, maybe. I think that's probably most realistic ones. Maybe Mercedes as well when I think about it. But yeah, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've basically shown you every single camera you need to know. Obviously you've got Charles Leclerc's one from the offside as well, but that one is basically impossible to do on the game, so there's no point in me showing you that. The only way I would show you if I had a mod or so. I suppose I could do modded cameras and then I could show you with the people with the modders, but no, I think I'll just stick to this, because you know, people don't really do a lot of modding. You know, there's people out there who just play on the Xbox and then they just look for real life camera settings and they can't get it, and obviously a lot of people wonder how I get my camera settings so realistic. I've seen many comments in my recreations about this as well. I'm surprised I've not done a lot more videos on these as well, but yeah, so I just thought I'd show you this video today, guys. Obviously the real life camera settings on the Xbox version, or so obviously it can be done on any version without mods. So for people who don't have mods, this is a video for them. But yeah, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I make F1 recreation videos as well. If you're new to the channel, check out my French Grand Prix recreation as well, and all the rest of the season recreations that I've done. Also, make sure to check out my video I done earlier, which was how quickly can we get fired in the F1 2019 career mode. There's many more videos to be coming soon on F1 2019, guys. I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope you guys are too. We're so close to 18,000 subscribers as well, so if you can subscribe to the channel, that'd be fantastic as well. I'd really appreciate it. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys next time.